Now, a man from Bristol has become the first person in history to complete the 5 peaks and cycle the 1,000 or so miles between them as well. It's amazing. The 5 highest mountains are Slieve Donard in Northern Ireland, Scafell Pike in England, Carron Hill in Ireland, Snowdon in Wales, and then the biggest of them all at the end there, Ben Nevis in Scotland. And Matt Roberts managed to hike up them all in just 12 days, all for charity. He's taking a load off, a well-earned rest on the sofa now. You've made history, Matt. It's amazing. It's
it's something that I'll never forget, put it that way.
How does it feel to sitting there, looking at all the peaks that you've conquered?
Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming, and I don't actually think that everything's set in just yet, because there was so much that happened in such a short space of time, but it didn't feel that short when you're living minute by minute. No. So yeah, it's amazing that we've achieved it, and you know, now it's the harder part of getting the fundraising right. Because
physically this is a lot. I mean, how did the body hold up?
I struggled, and I'm quite a fit guy, really, if you know what I mean. It's my right knee went quite early on. I had to nurse that through. My hamstrings were tightening up because my knee wasn't so good. So yeah, and obviously the fatigue from the sleep deprivation that comes with an event like this was kicking in towards the end. The last 2 days, I think, were just running on empty and just pure mind power.
Just pushing through. Which was the toughest of these peaks to conquer?
I would probably say Slieve Donard, purely on the fact that it was so steep at the top and the conditions up there were the worst by a mile. We've got 65-mile-an-hour winds, driving rain, and yeah, it was just something. I'd not been up there before, so it was kind of the unknown.
Yeah, and you're chronicling it all along as well with video and photographs, weren't you?
Yeah, our YouTube has got all the vlogs, and we were posting up regular updates on our social media accounts for 100 Strong. So,
I mean, a challenge like this is always going to have some problems, some challenges to get through. You came off your bike 8 times, I think, didn't you? I mean, were there any points where you just thought, I just want to throw the towel in now? Yeah,
there was a few times where I almost threw the towel in. We had the bike break completely twice. Had to get the repairs sort of en route and then go back to where it broke and start from that point again. Often moving beyond the point that we would have been at, and then had to go back knowing how far I had to cycle, which mentally is really quite difficult.
And one bit you were lying in the road just thinking, I can't do this.
That was in the Lake District, yeah. So the night before I went up Scafell Pike, we were going from Scotland into Keswick in the Lake District, and I just fell off the bike for exhaustion in the end, and just lay in the road and was like, oh, this will do, this is comfortable enough right now, because I was just depleted.
Oh, but it was all for charity, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're doing it for 4 charities. We're trying to promote health this year, so the charity specifically for mental health, and I tried to include a lot for physical health as well. I think we need to all take a lot more care in our physical and mental health.
Well, you're an absolute inspiration. The charities will be so chuffed that you've put so much of yourself into this challenge. Thanks for coming and telling us all about it.
Thank you.
Brilliant.